Hello, YouTube friends. This is Richard Mabey with Richard Mabey Presents. I'm walking to the mailbox again. My car is still in the shop. Something called a motherboard in the computer of the car, which is going to cost $1 gazillion to fix. And so the head mechanic at the repair shop may allow us to do payments. So we'll see how that goes. It's very scary. So I got my knapsack on. I feel like I'm in the Scouts walking the Appalachian Trail. The Appalachian Trail runs through Central Florida, right through this gated community, I don't really even know where to begin. At times, it's very sad. I've been thinking a lot about fate and destiny, and specifically, the last ad agency that I worked for. Now, in my life so far, I worked for 3 different ad agencies, but my last ad agency, I worked there for about 6 years, and they went belly up. Went totally bankrupt. And I'm very proud to say I did my part. So, but this was, I guess I was about 53 at the time, and this is about 2000 something, maybe it was 50. It was 50, 2003. Yeah, I was about 50, 2003. And so after that, I began to go to headhunters and that kind of thing. And I went to in the course of about 2 weeks, I went to about 7 or 8 headhunters. And the nuts are falling down. Cars, lawnmower guys coming in. So, in the course of going to all these headhunters, that pretty much all of them said, well, you're 50 years old now. We're going to have a hard time placing you. So that was very discouraging. But then in New Jersey, they have this thing called temp. You work temp. So I worked temp for a while. And then I landed a job at a Christian book publishing company. And that was kind of a decent kind of job. But then moved to, I know what happened. My mom had 2 brain surgeries, and I had asked for time off, and I was a rookie, and they did not like that at all. So I chose, well, the first time my mom had the operation, they were very halfway decent about it. Then at the second operation, they weren't nice at all, and I just couldn't take it anymore. I mean, they were very the extreme obnoxious. So, and then shortly thereafter, moved to Pennsylvania. Just thinking out loud. So anyway, fate and destiny, but had the they're out of business, I can give you the name, Horizon Communications, had that ad agency stayed in business, I probably would have stayed there. And they liked me and everything. I mean, could you imagine not liking me? So I probably would have stayed there and got a pension, you know. But after it went belly up, there's, you know, it just doesn't even exist, you know. So I got a smudge here on the camera. Huh, is it a... Yeah, I got a smudge. I'm gonna take a break here and try to clean that little smudge. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. It's a very strange day. It's about 4:45, late afternoon. I'm walking to the mailbox center, kind of in a philosophical mood, feeling a little sad, thinking a lot about fate and destiny, thinking about different forks in the road when I was younger, and you know, the route I took, and had I taken a different route in my life, how my life would have been different. An example, worked for the phone company maybe for about 12 years or so, public relations, AT&T. And so anyway, for about 10 years, I had a TV show, which I hosted a TV show on the cable television network of New Jersey. But I didn't really make enough money to do that by itself, so I did that part-time after work and Saturdays. And cable television network was based in Trenton, but the show was filmed at County College of Morris in Randolph, New Jersey. So my cousin, my dad's oldest brother's stepson, who my uncle raised, they used to call him Junior, raised Junior from about the time he was about 3 years old. And his first name was Ed. But there were all these Eds in the family, so they called him Junior. It didn't make any sense. But anyway, Junior was about 3 years older than me. And he was a vice president. He was a vice president at AT&T. I'm going to take a little break. So I'm at the mailbox center, and I've got my knapsack. I already got the mail. Put the mail inside my knapsack. There was a package, and we have these little mailboxes, but they jammed the package inside the box. They have larger boxes, and they give you a key, and you can go to get the larger box, but they didn't do that, so all the mail was jammed into the little box. I'm going to switch the camera around and continue my story. So anyway, my story on fate and destiny, and my cousin Junior, who was a vice president at AT&T, and I had the TV show, and he had seen the TV show a few times, and I was working in AT&T Public Relations, the Africas unit, and so also I had written some articles for that appeared in AT&T publications. He read them, he liked them, so he wanted me to come on over to his division, to his department. And I thought long and hard about it. He says, well, you know, whatever it was, you take a couple days, get back to me. And I liked the division. Was a very strange thing. It was all men, 7 or 8 men in the division, and there were, I don't know, just the way it worked out. But at any rate, I liked the fellows I worked with, got along with them. So I turned my cousin Junior down, and then it was like a year and a half later, they did away with the African division, public relations, and I had to fend for myself to get a job. And I went to public relations, and they really, really, really treated me poorly. It treated me so badly. So I left AT&T, and at that point, for a while, I did temp jobs. Then I got some assignments at ad agencies, and then got the job. Then I got the job at Horizon Communications, where I worked there for quite a while. I'm seeing a smudge on the camera. I can't win. Let me take a break. I want to clean that smudge up. It's driving me crazy. Be right back. I'm at the mailbox center. There's the gazebo, the tree that I love so much. There were just about 3 minutes ago, there was a squirrel climbing up the tree. The mailbox center, all the different shuffleboard and bocce ball, the swimming pool, some benches, and then of course the horseshoe pit. So I'm just taking a little rest, and I'm gonna head on home now. And I'm trying to think of some more stories about fate and destiny. So I'm gonna head on, put my knapsack on, and head on back home. So I'm headed home. Home, where my heart is living, home. Strange kind of feeling today. Got the mail in my knapsack. It's now 5:15, and there's like a strange feeling in the air. Well, the snowbirds have all left, and they account for, I would say the snowbirds account for about 75 to 80% of the population of this entire gated community. So in July, there's a lot of empty houses, and it's eerie, it's haunting. It feels like that Twilight Zone episode with Burgess Meredith, where the atomic bomb has gone off, and Burgess Meredith is the only survivor. Then there's another Twilight Zone. I think it may have been the first Twilight Zone they ever made, or one of the first few that they ever made. And I forget the actor's name, but he is in this. He goes into this luncheonette, and nobody's there. Nobody's in the street. There's only mannequins in the cars, and it's like an atomic bomb went off, and he's the sole survivor. Then there's this lady that he comes across, and then it takes off from there. Strange feeling, and I'm kind of like in that strange place, having been home for kind of, I guess you could say, stranded for about 2 weeks now, because the first time we took the car to the repair shop, that had its own long list of problems that they worked on. And then the car broke down again. We took the car home, it broke down, and then we brought it back to the shop, and then they found out it was the motherboard. So, that kind of thing. So I'm a little sad, I'm a little like you. We have Kroger bring the groceries to our house. They're pretty good. A lot of lawn, there's a little bit of lawn maintenance activity going on right now. You can hear it in the background. I may take a break. I always feel funny talking to myself in front of talking to the camera as I walk by, and all the men are mowing lawns and everything. So I'm gonna take a break and then come back. So funny kind of a day. I kind of like these short and sweet YouTube videos, just sharing thoughts and ideas and feelings and that kind of thing, and reflections. Being homebound, like this morning I did some yard work, but being homebound, you get very philosophical. You get a feeling of being, you think a lot. Think a lot about the forks in the road in my youth, middle age, as I entered, kind of entered my older, like when I hit like my mid-50s, the forks in the road, decisions I made. It's kind of, you always wonder, like, if I had chose to do this, if I chose to work here instead of here, or, just so many things. And it's just a funny kind of thing. Golf cart going by. I guess I'll close. I know this isn't terribly exciting. I want to thank, I have a small group of supporters, and I really appreciate all of you. I truly appreciate your comments and your energy, thoughts and prayers that you've shared. This isn't easy. It's not easy. So thank you very much for all your support. I'm going to close. Stay safe, stay happy, stay positive. This is Richard Mabey, signing off.